more importantly, boys,
Let's talk some football.
Let's talk.
We got some games.
Wild card weekend. We're here 18 weeks, the first 18-week season ever in the NFL. We've got the playoffs. The Titans and Packers, they got their respective AFC and NFC number one seeds. They'll have the week off. So that leaves us 6 wild card games. Winner takes everything, loser bows out.
Give a shout out to, we were talking about him before, Mike Vrabel before. I think he should be head coach of the year.
Yeah, I think
Bill Belichick will go close, I think, but Vrabel with no Julio, no AJ Brown, you lose Derrick Henry, and all the other shit that happened over there. Typical kind of COVID injuries, etc.
Yep.
And hey, they're still number one seed. Like,
if he won it, I wouldn't be upset. And shout out to Mike Vrabel again, young coach.
and they get Derrick Henry back.
That's right. Your whole football team is built around this once in a generation running back that's the size of an outside linebacker, and runs over people at will. I think he finished 6th in rushing on the season. He played 8 games. You build your whole team around the king, and he only plays half the season, and you finish first. Shout out to you, Mike Vrabel. But time will tell.
So what's interesting about both the Titans and Packers, because we won't talk about them game-wise, is both are getting healthy. They're getting pro bowlers back. They're getting talent back at the right time of the year, so which could be massive as we go into this playoff final series. So I thought that was interesting and worth noting here.
Henry came in. That's attempts.
6?
He was 6.
Ninth.
Upside down. Dyslexia. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive. Let's look at these games, boys. We've got 6 winner takes all Saturday night, so that means we have 2 Sunday games here down under. Raiders and Bengals. The Bengals, their first time in the playoffs since 1991. I did send you boys a meme this week. No one has ever texted to let you know that Cincinnati Bengals won a playoff game because text wasn't invented the last time that they won a playoff game. We spoke last week about how's the nerves going to be around, particularly around their offense with guys like Burrow, Mixon, Chase, Uzamoa,
Very young
Boyd,
football team.
Higgins. None of them have been there. Will they be able to step up to the occasion? Mind you, not too many of those Raiders have been there either. We spoke about that Chargers-Raiders game at length, the highs and the lows, the possible gentleman's kneel that never eventuated. Who do we like here? In Cincinnati, I'd imagine them to be fairly solid favourites amongst bookies. What do we think happens?
Also, probably need to shout out the Raiders head coach. First interim head coach, I believe, to take a team to the playoffs. So
After the whole John Gruden game.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Henry Ruggs.
Crazy season for them,
Yeah. Up and down. Will that unite? Will that get the boys up and about after, when you think there's life that happens outside of football? And
they've made it to the playoffs.
against all odds, really, like in that AFC West where, the Chiefs have been so good and we've got this high-powered offense in the Chargers that they've, pipped to the line. Do we see an upset? I'm going to go the Bengals. I think that offense under Joe Burrow, I think we'll see a lot of them going forward. Been very, very impressed, and I think the time has come to send a text message about the Cincinnati Bengals winning a playoff game. Thoughts?
I agree with you. I think I've picked Bengals. I think they're a more talented team. Bengals for whatever reason this season when they run into good defenses, they really struggle. Now Raiders, are they a really good defense? They're pretty good.
Mason, what's his name?
Crosby. Max Crosby.
Mason Crosby
kicks field goals for your team. So
that's where the wires cross there.
Yeah.
Max Crosby has had an unbelievable season, but are they an elite defense?
Yeah, exactly. Like they played good defense against the Chargers, but the Chargers still scored 32 points. Yeah. So, like, I think the Bengals will outscore them. There's Darren Waller probably been unders dealing with injuries.
Yeah, definitely.
And Renfro's really had to step up for them. Carr will keep them in this game. I think they will battle, but I think their story, fairy tale run so far will end, and the Bengals will win.
You know what I'd be interested in? The total match points. I think there could be some points in this game.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they've gone 50 here because it'll probably go over it.
I'd like, anything over about 46 I'd take.
Interesting. I've also gone on a safe bet with the Bengals as well. Although, very, very afraid of what Renfro and Waller might be able to do in this game. So Bengals are favourites at $1.43. We've got the Raiders out at $2.86. We've got a line of 4.5 and total match points of 49.
Ooh, there's that 3 points, that extra field goal. I think they should score some points. 50 is a lot of points though.
I said before, anything under, if it was under 50, take it. But then again, we've always said don't bet on the unders overs.
Yeah, it's fickle. A game where possibly the unders makes sense is the Patriots and Bills, the arch enemies. Yeah. The old Bill Belichick.
Get us a weather check in Buffalo.
Weather check. Northwest New York. Would love to know what it's doing. Orchid Park a few days out. Bill Belichick. He's so good. They named the team after him. That's the chat that's gotten around of late. However, this is a different Bills team. You've got a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones. Will he have 3 pass attempts as per that game that they won?
Yeah, well, sticking with the Bills' names, I saw a stat today. I think it was Bill Belichick, Bill Cowher, Bill Parsons, and Bill O'Brien, just throw him in there, have won like 450-something NFL games. Like a crazy number between the Bills that have been head coaches in the NFL.
And I felt like Belichick might be responsible for about 60% of those.
Yeah,
at least.
That looks cold.
It looks very cold.
So does that say minus 11?
Minus 11 Celsius.
So that's real numbers. So what's it in funny numbers?
In Fahrenheit numbers, it's like 0 maybe.
Cold.
12. There we go. Yeah. It's all fake anyways. Guys, American listeners, there's a really easy way to do things. It's in zeros, tens, hundreds.
Yeah, it's based on real things. It's not based on fucking tomatoes and cornfields.
Tomatoes.
So,
oh, hang on.
Well, what we got here is 3 tomatoes to the end zone. They're just going to punch it in 3 tomatoes.
Yeah,
3 tomatoes, and they're nearly a pumpkin away from the end zone. That's how you morons sound to us. But also, we really enjoy your sports, so keep doing it.
Keep doing it, yeah. At game time, it will probably dip to about minus 13 degrees Celsius.
How many pumpkins away from the end zone is that?
Too many.
So that's probably like -1 Fahrenheit. So
it's about minus 30.
It's cold. Are they expecting snow? At that kind of
I think it's cloudy. No. Let's have a look at precipitation.
So just a frozen tundra.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, cold.
It's going to be very cold.
Because if it was... So it is important. That's why we bring it up. Because if it was snowy, maybe even a little bit wet, the Patriots would run the absolute fuck out of this ball like they did in Gillette Stadium against the Bills. And the Bills
that wasn't at Gillette. That was
it was the other way around.
At the Bills. Yep. Yeah, at the Bills, and they run it down their throat in their own stadium. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I wonder if they do that. That's the same approach they'll take in this game. And Bills have been susceptible to the run. They haven't. Will we see Mac Jones? What was it? 2 and 3?
Yeah, two of three. We talk this time of the year. You know what you have to do? You have to play good defense. You have to be able to run the ball.
Run the fucking ball.
You know what the Bills can't do? They can't fucking run the ball.
Unless it's Josh Allen. But
Josh Allen. You don't want your quarterback to be the leading rusher unless his name's Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson. You don't want him to be the leading rusher.
I agree 100%.
And on the basis of that, I think the Patriots win this game under a rookie quarterback, I think they go to Orchid Park and knock off the Bills.
Yep.
Boys, what do you think? On paper, Josh Allen, unbelievable talent. Stephon Diggs, probably the best wide receiver last year in the NFL. A stout defense. But if the weather comes down to it, and there are a little bit of pumpkin and onions and however else they measure things over there.
You said it was clear.
Down,
is it windy?
it's 3 days away. We can't predict the weather. It's 3 Trump's toupees away from being a pumpkin from the end zone.
Yeah, how much receding Trump's hairline are we at for the weather?
You can print them. You can 3D print that shit. Don't worry about it.
The reason I'm trying to say it is because, like you say,
I don't think it's going to be that windy.
not that windy, which kind of leads more to Buffalo with Josh Allen, the big cannon, need to throw the ball.
Yep.
That's what they like to do. That's their style. Throw the ball, get Allen moving around, and then he'll get some rushing yards, breaking the play. Moss and Singletary. Singletary's actually been better the last 2 months, but still, not someone you're going to rely on coming in at playoff time. So I agree. I've picked the Patriots as well. I think, again, they lost the last one. So, you learn the most in your recent loss. So they'll understand
You win or you learn. And I've done a lot of learning in my life.
Oh, big time. So that's why I think, I've definitely gone, it's pissing down rain in the cricket, by the way. That's why I've gone the Patriots here. I think, Bill, you give them the time, the weather there, they'll run that same system where they'll just, they'll run bloody wishbone with 3 running backs out there, and they'll just hand it off 60 times in this game and see where they finish up. So, yeah, I've gone Patriots. Monks, what's your tip, and what are Vegas? What are the bookies telling us?
Yep.
Aussie Vegas, Bris Vegas.
Vegas. what have we got out of Kapalaba, Queensland? Odd Central.
That's it. Might put a curse on them. I've gone Patriots as well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah. Josh Allen does have a history of not playing too well in the cold, I guess.
Funny for a bloke from, where's it, Wyoming?
Played his college ball in Wyoming. I think he's from California originally.
Yeah. I just confirmed Sportsbet is located in Melbourne.
Bris Vegas.
Not
Let's
Bris
go.
Vegas. They are underdogs, $2.69.
Nice.
Speaking of which, 69 podcasts. We forgot to do that in the intro.
Oh, it's 69.
Yeah.
Dinner
Really?
for 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Sharing is caring.
So let's go. Anyone else?
Oh, glad that's an hour 30 in.
At least we didn't do that in the intro. Keep going, monks. What's the odds makers telling us?
Paul Kelly singing about
There we
Kawaja.
Bills are favourites $1.47. Mm-hmm. We've got a line of 4.
So 220-ish for Patriots?
269. He just said it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Finish that beer there. You're on.
So it's a duck watching 2 blokes. Well, no, actually not 2 blokes. Keep moving.
Well, it can't get worse. Right?
I want to know what he wants to say.
Hey, Ken, you were on a podcast 2 weeks ago, though.
Let's delete that one from the archives. Anyways, my eyes get lost in those.
Dreamy Kawaja. Don't flirt with him, bro.
Don't flirt with him. Was my Kawaja chat. All right, we'll get a bit sloppy here. On this.
Yeah.
Let's
Total match points is 44.
Unders. Big time unders.
Harley unders. We'll take Sportsbet for all they're worth.
It's not raining though.
Unders.
Who cares? Unders.
Sunday, 3 games in the US. That is Monday, our time. Eagles, Bucks.
Have the Eagles signed Nick Foles?
The Philly special, baby. The Philly special.
I don't think they have, so Bucks going to win.
Bucks will be short price favourites, as they should be in this game.
Yep.
Going into it, a little bit underdone on offense. We've had...
Hurts is so up and down. Like, he could show up and have an elite game, miss one pass all day, and then
they are going up against the Buccaneers without their, all the weapons that they had. Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, they'll be unavailable. Antonio Brown will be...
He's too busy hanging with Floyd and Kanye, so...
dropping tracks and shit.
Yep.
They're also going up...
they got Mark Evans back, though. So.
Outside of that, they're going up against the best quarterback in all of history. So,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think I like the Bucks. I imagine they're pretty short Here, Bucks
Yeah,
over there.
Bucks down
Anything
in
to add?
No, you've said it all. They've got more than enough tight ends to make up for wide receivers. They play good D. They should win this.
Should, would, and will.
Yes. What are they? Are they $1.20?
It'd be an all. Nah, it should be shorter than that. It'd be an almighty upset if the Eagles were able to pull one out of their ass. It is not shorter than $1.20. You're right on the money there, Sean.
Yeah, so $3 here. They are favourites at $1.24. Eagles are at $4.10.
All right, I finished now, Peps.
We've got a line of 8.5. Total match points of 45.5.
45.5.
Over.
Potentially. The Eagles do like to score points. They like the league points. I just don't think they can compete with the Bucks.
Nah, I don't think so either.
Yeah. Maybe I'd avoid in this one.
49ers, Cowboys. Two huge NFC franchises.
Big old rival.
Historically.
Yep.
Massive, rivalry, old rivalry. One going into this game with one of the highest powered offenses we've seen in the league this year. Another team possibly lucky to be there. Three NFC West teams appearing here in
In the worst division in football, and they got 3 in.
The worst?
Yeah.
Since when?
It was last year.
I don't know if it was last year. I don't think it's been the worst.
NFC West. Cowboys, Giants, Washington,
NFC East.
Eagles. Sorry, East.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
Jeez, how many beers?
Sorry, I'm thinking of Cowboys.
Yeah, that's who we were talking about. NFC West been very highly competitive the last few years.
I'm thinking, yes.
However, do we like the Cowboys here?
We should. So interesting note on the 49ers. Of all the brothers in the football, the Bosa brothers were the only ones not to make the playoffs. So I now forgotten the stat.
What?
The Watts made it to the playoffs. Who else are brothers in the NFL?
But doesn't one of the Bosas play for the 49ers?
Yes, but the Joey didn't make it. So there's 4 other brothers that are all in the playoffs. So the brothers are in, but the Bosas aren't because Joey didn't make it in. So Joey's
one isn't.
Joey's the letdown on the family is what I'm alluding to.
Jeez, if he's the letdown, what the fuck am I? What's the best of a shit bunch called?
The On The Esky.
I was just trying to figure out where this is going.
Nah, no idea.
Anyway, 49ers play good defense. Their offense is run all through Debo. Jimmy G had bit it up and down. Last game he had an excellent drive to put him back in there. Kittle's been a bit quiet when they let the Samuel show.
Third best wide receiver in the NFL this year in terms of fantasy. Who saw that coming? Not me.
Well, he was their best quarterback, wide receiver, running back last week. So
yeah, threw for a touchdown. Perfect QB rating.
The Cowboys playing a lot better defense. They got the weapons there.
Yep.
Now they've got the Diggs and Parsons are playing really well for them.
Yep.
Their offense has been a bit quiet, and Dak, for whatever reason, he's really struggled getting into Lamb and Cooper of late.
Do you see this 49ers team upsetting them?
No. I've picked the Cowboys to win. They should win. They got to the point where they the record shows that they are the better football team.
Yep.
Currently.
Yep.
Do I think the Niners might concern a little bit? Potentially.
Yeah.
There is cause for a potential upset here. But I think, they're finally in the playoffs. Dak should right that ship. They've got all the elite talent they need all over the place. They should win this game. It'd be a very Cowboys thing for them to lose. But I think they should win.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think the Cowboys should win this game based on talent, based on how good their offense should be. Am I more confident in the Bucks and the Chiefs getting the job done? Yes, I am.
Oh, big
Yep. Out of their Sunday games, we'll get to the Chiefs Steelers in a second. I'm more confident that the Bucks and the Chiefs get this job done. But the Cowboys, on paper, should win this game at home, AT&T Stadium, the biggest NFL stadium in America. Mm-hmm. America's team, they should get the job done.
Yeah, worried about the performance of late, but I've also gone Cowboys.
How can you get the last Cowboys games? What points have they scored? Though we keep saying that, hey, they've struggled of late, I'd be interested to know if they're still putting up points.
Yeah, they've probably struggled to over 20 points in a game. Well, they scored 50 fucking points on last weekend.
Yeah.
Go.
51 against Philly. They scored 22 in the loss to Arizona. 56 in their win against Washington. 21 in their win against Giants. 27 in their win against Washington
Sound
again.
pretty fucking good to me.
Yeah, there's 100 points from 2 games there. So I think you much maligned of what we were saying with some up and down games, clearly, from the Cowboys there. But if they come out and they show up and play to what their potential is, they can put a 50 burger on a team. So
Yeah, they can put points up. They are favourites $1.61. 49ers are out at $2.33 at the moment. We have a line
that's
of
a over.
3.
That was the thing we talked about earlier. What was the overs?
Overs 51.
That's a lot of fucking points. 51 is a lot of points.
I wouldn't go near it.
Anyways, let's go to Chiefs and Steelers. Max, would you mind bringing up South Africa and India in the cricket?
Yeah, put it on the TV.
The actual coverage. Chiefs and Steelers, obviously big favourites here. The Chiefs, they've just been winning non-stop after a pretty slow, lackluster start to the year.
Yep.
But it seems like that old Kansas City Chiefs offense is here and rolling. The defense has been much improved. You did mention Big Ben. They said they're not expecting to win. Pretty unusual for a team to go out and admit that.
I think Big Ben is the old head. He's been there, done that. He's basically said, no pressure on us. It's all on you blokes. You need to come out and beat us. You got to win this game.
Bit of reverse psychology.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Chiefs are a young team, but they have won a Super Bowl, so they've been there.
And they've
done
been there
that
twice as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think it's going to work too much. I can see what he's trying to do too. Is
Sure.
like, hey, we've got a young team, haven't really played a lot of playoffs. We faded pretty bad last year. We've only snuck in this year. We'll have to see. We'll go out. We'll have fun. It's probably going to be my last game of football.
Yep.
I'll go out there, sling it around. We'll see what we can do. Hey, maybe we upset the Chiefs. Highly unlikely. I pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, I've got the Chiefs here, but no disrespect to Big Ben. I know a lot of guys have been shitting on him this year. Oh, he can't throw more
The
than
fainting
5
goat.
yards. Yada. The bloke has won 2 Super Bowls. He is should be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Well, we looked it up. He's comparable to Eli and, he's got better stats than Eli did.
Better numbers than Eli.
He's got comparable stats to Rivers, but also won more Super Bowls. So, of the 3 in that draft.
And we spoke about it last week. 15 years under Mike Tomlin, didn't have a losing record. That's got to stand for something.
Yep.
Look, if they get embarrassed on the weekend, that's nothing. That shouldn't be a stain on his career. Shout out to Big Ben Roethlisberger. And if, by chance, we've seen stranger things happen, they pull off some kind of miracle upset, good on them. We'll see.
I got to say, Mike Tomlin dancing on the gram this week was one of the highlights of my week. So
I think he knows. He knows. You got to get your time in the spotlight.
He's kind of one of those. He's not super old, but he's also one of the lads.
He's one of the boys.
He's also, I think, the only minority coach left currently employed. All the other ones got fired this week. So
There was a couple. Also had to deal with the most fucking basket cases that have ever run through one football team.
Bell, AB,
Bell,
maybe a bit of Ben Roethlisberger as well.
Bit of Juju.
Let's just not talk about his off field. Let's just talk about on field.
Anyways, let's move forward. Monday night, and maybe the most enticing match.
I think this is the best game of the week, yeah.
Cardinals, Rams, NFC West. We spoke about the 49ers, but there's 2 other teams from the NFC West that will be there duking it out on Monday Night Football. We saw Eric Weddle come out of retirement this week, boys. The
Rams are 100%.
Rejoin the Rams.
They're 100% playing Madden at this point. They're like, fuck them picks. We'll trade all them away. We'll just get who we want.
It's all in.
Yeah, let's look at the veterans on free agent. Let's just sign all of them. Yeah,
Mate,
so Eric Weddle purely to play playoffs. Yeah.
Shout out to Daniel Craig. Watched Casino Royale with the misso in the COVID ISOs that we had to do, and a lot of all chips on the table, a lot of all putting it all in on one hand. That seems to be the mindset of the Los Angeles Rams.
Didn't he get a royal flush in that movie?
No, not a royal flush, possibly a straight flush. I watched it the other night. And
Anyway.
I'm sitting there trying to play poker, and I don't know. It's a movie I've seen, and I don't know what the hand is that's coming out. Maybe that just means I'm a moron. Who knows? Maybe I read too much into it. Anyways, spoiler alert. She drowns. He can't save her. And
The movie came out 10 years ago. I think you could.
yeah, it's like longer than that actually.
Yeah.
Look it up. Look that shit up. Casino Royale. That's 15 years. 15 years.
2016.
No,
Sorry, 2006. 2006. Jeez.
I got dyslexic to my left, dyslexic to my right. You guys are fucking shite.
I think an accountant with dyslexia of numbers is probably a bad idea. But anyway, we'll
It's
keep going.
been bad
Oh,
lately.
yeah, that's all right. 2006, 15 years. Spot
A
on.
zero here, a zero there.
This is good. All right, Rams, Cardinals. What are we thinking here, boys? Matthew Stafford, first year at the Los Angeles Rams, has all the talent in the world around him. And the Cards this year, they've probably gone over as what was expected of them.
Or started started hot.
David Hasselhoff.
Started hot and then really had that struggled middle period.
Yeah.
You know, Murray missed a whole bunch of games.
Yeah, Hopkins missed a bunch.
I don't
AJ
think
Green.
so. Check Hopkins' availability because he was potentially going to come back for playoffs. So I don't think he's going to play in this game. Maybe that's next week. Connor, I think, still hurt. Edmonds.
That's big. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're
So
talking-
Edmonds is the one been practicing. Connor hasn't been, but again, you know, we're still 2 days away, so he could be right.
Questionable.
Questionable. I've been sucking.
like a lot of the jokes that have come out of our mouths tonight.
Yeah. Well, here's another one. I was
Straight up words coming out of our mouths.
I was just about to say I've been sucking on the Cardinals' dick all year, so I'm sticking true here with my lads.
you can say that. There's nothing wrong with that.
So I've picked the Cards here. I do like what.
Cards.
Yeah, I picked the Cards. I think the Rams, like I said, they're one of those manna teams, so they've got all the superstar names, but I don't think they're putting it all together. And they lost the 49ers again.
Yeah. Shanahan.
Got their number. He shows
Shanahan
number
is
over me.
McVay's dad.
Yeah, big time.
Come here, son.
So
Give you a little spanking.
hopefully Kingsbury can be the same, and let's see what the Cards can do. But I think it's going to be an excellent game of football. If the total match points is anything around 50, I think this is overs of that.
Yeah, I like it. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go the Rams. I think with they've finally got an offense that you can get the fuck around. Like Jared Goff, people laughing at him. Oh, yeah, he's at Detroit. Rah, rah. Nearly won a fucking Super Bowl.
Yep.
Nearly won a Super Bowl. So you sub out Goff. You put in
Play probably the greatest game ever against the Chiefs, where they scored almost 100 points. Like that's
58, 55, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was over
It was
100,
100, like,
over 100 points.
bananas game of football, and like he's a quarterback.
And now you've got Matt Stafford. Sure, at times they've looked vulnerable this year, but at times they've looked really fucking good. I'm going to go to the LA Rams.
Yeah, I think Von Miller still finished for 5th for total pressures for Denver this year. So he played half the season and fucking.
And Monks is looking up poker hands.
I am. James Bond won that. You don't call it a match. His winning hand was a straight
winning hand.
flush.
Straight
Yeah.
flush. So it was a flush of some kind.
It was a flush.
Not royal.
Not a royal flush.
tidbit.
Yeah. There's your pop
Good movie,
trivia
good
there.
movie. Vespa means wasp in Italian. There you go. Anyways.
Another great tidbit. Marks, your
What else
tips
happened
and,
in that movie?
tips and odds.
It's really good. Le Chiffre.
Yeah, doesn't he roll an Austin Martin in it as well?
I
does.
think that's most Bond movies.
Yeah, true.
He weeps blood out of his tear duct. I don't know if that's possible, but
Not sure. To the left.
I'm not a doctor.
Well, I heard cannabis is good for COVID this week, so
I
anything's
did
possible.
see that. Didn't work for this guy, I know.
Tips and odds, please, Mr.
Jeez. I have.
Is anyone here on the live stream?
They pop in and out. It's all good.
I've gone Rams as well. They are favourites at $1.48. The Cards are out at $2.66 at the moment. We have a line of 3.5. Total match points of 49.5.
He said 50.
Yep. Overs. Take it.
Take the overs there.
That'll wrap up our NFL coverage this week. We still have a little bit more football to talk. American style, that is. Georgia defeat Alabama.
Is that their first national championship?
I think, yeah. Well, under the current system,
Oh,
it
yes,
is.
yes.
I don't know if they've got a one by voting, which is an unusual way to decide anything, really, whether it be football or leaders of the free world. You'd rather have a championship game.
So you're saying our Polly should fight to the death?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
That's fair.
Or get 50 of their mates and 50 of their other mates and then fight it out to the death.
Yeah, it's a two-party system, so
I think that's a better way to do it.
maybe a few sticks in there and see how you go.
So the two-time
Politics
national finalists. First was in 2017.
Yeah, they've lost to Bama, I think, the last 2 times they made it. So.
Yeah, well, I think this is
Bit of a revenge for
the
them.
first time that they've beaten them in quite some
Yeah.
time.
And it was interesting kind of football game, especially for a college football game and a national championship. Very low-scoring defensive battle. Georgia had been the best defense all year. I think the halftime score was 9-6. They did end up scoring 33 points, I believe.
Opened up, yeah. Opened up the second half.
Yeah, especially that fourth quarter really opened up, but it was sealed by a pick six for them, which really, sealed the game or won the game for them. It put them too far ahead of Alabama where they couldn't come back from that. And for Bryce Young, a bit of an unders game for them. They did lose Williams throughout it. Looks like he blew his ACL out, which is tough.
Sad. He projected to go
Yeah.
as the top
He
receiver.
did declare today, so I think he's third in the class, and Mitchin, who didn't play in this game, is 1 or 2. Like they've got 2 potential wide receivers going in the first round in this game.
They're a factory.
Oh, big time for wide receiver talent. Absolutely elite over there. So Bryce Young, I think, will go back and do another year, try to improve on his craft. I think, is it Stenson? Is that the name of the quarterback for Georgia? I think he's been there 4 years. I'm not sure if he's coming out this year, but I don't like his chances potentially to be an NFL quarterback.
Oh, it's Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, it doesn't really have the size or the arm strength, I think, to make it. But hey, who knows?
They won a national championship. You'd want to have a look, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well,
that would be my thinking.
Yeah, well, Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl with fucking no arm strength left because he was carried by his defense. Like it's, teams win the championships, not necessarily just one bloke carrying them there. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But it was a good game of football. Lots of Georgia fans there went crazy, and they really, really celebrated it. Of course, to finally get one, essentially.
Good.
One of the few states to have won a national championship, because it has been well contained to a few of recent years. So, big shout out to Georgia in that one.
SSC still reigns supreme.
Big time.
Was everyone that's a casual college football fan going for Georgia in this game? Because I know I was sure it was like Alabama were kind of like the Patriots, if you will, of yesteryear, where they just keep winning. Where you're just like anyone beat them, anyone, and I'm keen.
Yeah.
Go Dogs.
I watch it more as a neutral viewer, purely for draft perspective. So I was too busy going, ooh, that guy's good. Ooh, he's going good.
Scouting.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I enjoy out of the college game a little too much, unfortunately.
Didn't help you this season, Final Fantasy.
Yeah. It didn't help either, you two fuckwits.
It never has and it never will.
Did you guys get to 10 wins between the two of you?
I wasn't talking shit. And yes, we did.
Yeah.
Max, you got anything for us?
Nah, not really.